I think about what we're going to have to do to compete and where we've had issues in the past. And we had a few flash in the pan seasons from guys like Amari Cooper, going all the way back to guys like Braylon Edwards, even though he had the dropsies. But a real Flash Gordon had a hell of a 2-year run, couldn't stop smoking hippie lettuce for long enough to let his career progress. But um, I feel like receiver's another one of those spots where if you're going to compete, you got to have a guy. He doesn't have to be Randy Moss in his prime, but you got to have a number one legitimate wide receiver. I think he could be that. So if the price isn't too high, the Niners look ready to wheel and deal. I don't think they don't want to compete, but I think they're going NFC Championship and out every year for that run. If Christian McCaffrey stays healthy, isn't enough anymore. We're either all in or all out. They're looking to move. If the Browns can make it happen, I'd love to see this guy here. You imagine him, Cooper Kupp, and then keeping Jerry Jeudy, what that does with Njoku at tight end for our passing game next year. I'm excited for that. Even with like a Russ Wilson or a Kirk Cousins or whoever it ends up being at quarterback.
Shout out my guy Shador, man. I'm with you, John. I know Eric's gonna juxtapose us. That's why I'm hopping in here real quick. Giving up.
You are?
Yeah, what?
You do? I love Aiyuk, but go on.
You do love Aiyuk? You said you don't know how you feel about it. You're in on Aiyuk too?
100%. I don't know. It depends on what we'd have to give up, but yeah, I think he's fantastic player.
I'll let you go. My bad. I secede. That is my fault.
There you go. Yeah, let our man E go. And shout out to Noah for using juxtapose. When I met you, you still had diaper rash. Now you got a thesaurus under your desk.
Oh man,
that's what happens when you hang out with Eric Williams outside of work. There I go. I'm back at it. Yeah, I'm all the way in on Brandon Aiyuk. I think he would be a great fit here in terms of just adding him to the receiving core we have now. Cedric Tillman, Jerry Jeudy, Brandon Aiyuk. That sounds pretty fun to me, regardless of who's back there at quarterback, whether it be Russ, any of those names you said. I believe the asking price right now was like a third rounder, and Greg Newsome was what the floating around was. If that is the case,
let's do it. First of all, I think he's going to be a Carolina Panther. Let me say that from the jump. I think that Bryce Young's going to get his number one receiver, and it's going to be Brandon Aiyuk. But if it's a third rounder and Greg Newsome, sign me all the way up. I mean, I would send a second rounder. You're talking about taking a flyer in like a second round, for example. You have no idea how that pick's going to end up, to a proven guy that will demonstrably improve you on offense. I think it's a no-brainer. I don't care if it's Kenny Pickett throwing to him or somebody else. I mean, hell, let's sign all three. Let's sign him, Kupp, and Lockett. You just chuck the ball up. You don't even have to be accurate.
I want to shout out Dogs Digest, one of my mutuals here on X. He tweets, he or she, I don't know actually, he, she, they, whatever they go by, that, quote, hashtag Browns trade Greg Newsome and 2 6th-round picks for Brandon Aiyuk tweet is going to hit different, because that is the type of moves Andrew Berry makes. I don't know how we're going to sell the 49ers on it, but damn it, those 2 6th-rounders are going to produce not one, but 2 more Brock Purdy's. I would know.
Yeah, exactly. I would take that. Jeffrey, to answer your question, why not bring in Stephon Diggs? That is because he is going to be a Dallas Cowboy. That deal sounds like it's all but done. Anything can happen, but I think he will be with the Cowboys next year.
I would love to bring on Diggs, to be completely fair, but I just don't think he's a fit here. Granted, he does have the connection with Kevin Stefanski from Minnesota, so maybe he relies on the fact that he played good in an offense under Kevin Stefanski, and that would entice him, but I agree with what you have to say already, Eric. I think he is all but a Cowboy.
Which I don't know why. I mean, that organization's just as dysfunctional.
No.
Pretty much. Hard to argue. They got a quarterback. Not a great one, but they got a better one than us. That's literally the only difference. They are bad, man.
Gentlemen, have you ever seen a free agency quite like this? Like, I know it's, first of all, it's not the silly season because that's a Premier League term, but I know it's the craziness that's going on right now, but I don't remember ever seeing so much movement and so much action of such quality players too, like big names, ever.
No, I agree. It's fun. Even it feels like it's trade deadline 2.0 on steroids during the steroid era of baseball, because of all the trades and moves that are going around on top of the fact that it's free agency and there's players just signing to new homes. I mean, it has been absolutely electric.